These videos are not financial advices. Everything shared here is provided for educational purposes only. Hello everyone, welcome back to another trading session. In this session, I'll take 5 trades and I will try to explain each and every single one of my trades. I trade based on candlestick psychology and I already found my first trade. This is a doji break. It's reacting from an order block right now. Everything is bearish. Okay, we got the gap up as well. I'm going to take this as a sell, okay? Normally I would buy this, but now I just take it as a sell. We do have gap up, and also this is a strong downtrend, and I'm trying to use the strategy that I most of the time I've never used before. See the confirmation, I will just take it in the same direction as the confirmation. Okay, in this case we got the gap up. Gap up is usually in the favor of sellers. If we do have gap down, I would buy this absolutely, but now I believe they're gonna reject and close it on the last second. So let's just wait and see. Okay, that was a winning trade. So again, doji break usually gives us retracement. When we break a doji, we get retracement. But if you have gaps, you should be very careful. The next candle started with a jump up called gap up. And this will make sellers enter again. But this candle, if it was jumping down, it would be gap down and it would go up, okay? So now I will just change to other pair. And I will try to find another opportunity. We are on an order block right now. Let me see if we have entry in the lower time frame. If yes, I will try to take it. Okay. We do have a very nice entry. Oh shit. Is it touching it? Okay, it's on that entry. Okay, if you look, there's still gap up and we have strong momentum. I'm not going to trust this one. If I want to take it, it's going to be very small, okay? Very small. Let's go 100 compared to my normal amount. And I just take this trade with a huge margin of safety. Never try to go against these kind of movements. If you want to take a risky trade, you gotta take it with much smaller amount. So the reason why I took this trade is basically this order block. Okay, we don't have proper fair value gap here. If there was another shadow, this would be the fair value gap, but right now we don't have it. And this is not a proper order block. And that's another reason for taking a very small one. Okay. I also journal my trade. This was my second trade. My first trade was a win, and my second trade, which was a 100, was a losing trade. Let's go. Let's go, and I will try to. All right, this is a good one. If we get this doji broken, this is going to be an amazing trade, and I'll take it. And the fact that the price is coming from a demand before it reacted from this supply, and now it's reacted from this demand. It reacted from this supply. And right now we don't have anything on the way. And I think the price is bullish in general. That's why that doji break right here is going to be a very good one. I'll be back to my normal amount. Okay, the doji is not broken. Unfortunately, we do have gap up again in the favor of sellers. That's why I need to wait one more candle. And if I look at the previous, look at the history of the dojis, it's also a bit dangerous because previously it hasn't worked. And basically we can know if the market is going to respect certain setups if we look back and see if the previous ones have worked or not. But anyways, I'll take this doji if I see a gap down or any other confirmation. We do have an order block down here as well. So imagine if we have this candle close and then we find the entry inside the order block, it's going to be multiple confirmations for us to take this trade. All right. Oh, this is a gap up, man. No way. This is a gap up in the favor of sellers. So again, it might go up, but it most likely they will reject as a red one. So I'm not going to risk it to take this trade because it's a bit risky. And I will just moving forward. We're not trying to take risky trade. We need to have proper setup and confirmations to take a trade. Okay, for this one, again, taking a third touch breakout here. First of all, first touch, second touch, third touch is going to be fourth touch. So that's a red flag for me. But also we have a very strong uptrend, like minor uptrend, and going against that, it's so dangerous. Never go, if you have this kind of movement, just never go against it, even if you have a setup. That's the general rule of thumb. We never want to go against the minor trends. All right, we do have a nice little common point of rejection down here, which previously worked perfectly. We do have a little doji right here. We are in a ranging market. So right now the trend is uptrend. If I look back, I can see previously we had more than 3 candles in red. So I wouldn't trust this candle here. So I'm just move on. No setup for me. Okay, I want to take this. This is a terrible entry, but I took it anyway. So again, I feel like this is a doji break, right? And then we got this gap up as a confirmation for us. And yeah, I'm just expecting, we are in a downtrend as well. I'm just expecting a red candle. We have a very bad entry though. We might get the red candle, but close above our entry, which is going to be suck. But yeah, I just took this trade. Let's see how this is going to end. And I strongly believe that this is going to be a red candle. All right, I'm taking my little screenshot from my journal real fast. Boom. Okay, that was, oh, the percentage is just 60%. That's wild. Okay, you know what? I'm going to just turn this to 60 as well. And boom, put this here. Let's go. We already took 3 trades. The confidence level is good, natural. So I have some room for taking more trades. I'll keep looking. The percentages is kind of, let me just add some new pairs, man. Add some new pairs. All right, I'm going to close the low percentages as I would naturally do. All right, so I'm trying to do exactly what would I do without, if I was not recording my session. This is exactly how it would go. This is a demand down here, which is untouched. See, untouched. And right now, okay, if you look back, this moving average is also pretty cool to have something, right? This is a beautiful order block. This is an amazing order block. Let me just, yo, this is nice. I wish I was in this chart on this order block. See, it's causing a beautiful breakout, healthy trend. And then if I go to lower time frame, there should be a beautiful lower time frame entry. We do have an overlap. Sometimes overlaps acts like an entry. But let me see if we have something in 10 seconds. This is the entry for the 10 seconds, okay? It's also untapped. The lower time frame entry should be untapped. We have a little bit of gap, so this is basically something like this, but it looks a bit weird because of the gap that market created there, and this would be the beautiful entry. Okay, this. Okay, I don't have any opportunity here. This is a kind of hard session to have, difficult, because the market is not that beautiful. and I have to just look for the best trade and be careful with the setups because market is so tricky right now. What the hell is this? My God. All right, this doji break also is very cool, which I haven't taken. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take, let's go. Oh, I actually made a mistake. It's gonna take on the next candle, right? All right, that's tough. So the reason why I took this trade is pretty simple, which I was a little careless and I should have waited. Didn't notice the candle timer, honestly. Okay, so if you look, we are in a common point of rejection. It means that we have drawn a line having most of the rejections on this recent movement, right? And we also have another one of them. So we already have an intersection, right, of the common points of rejection. If you look closely, so first of all, I'm going to tell you that the entry should have been here. See this right here? The both lines are intersecting. And if I was entering here, the candle obviously closed above, it would be a winning trade. Okay? Even if I entered my current entry, it would be still a winning trade. Okay? Okay, that one a loss. That was my mistake. Let me just take this. So I remember always I have to look. Note, always pay attention to the candle timer. If there is less than 6 seconds, your trade is going to close on the next candle. I just put this down. I'm sorry, it was a loose add. After journal, this journal, once you import your trades on long term, it will try to analyze, and at some point it will tell you your weaknesses and your strength about your trading style in particular, and in that way it's going to be very useful. And yeah, this was a great opportunity, but a dumb mistake by me, and I'll tell you why. So we got intersection for common point of rejection. And then other than that, we do have a little doji break, beautiful doji break. You see this little doji? This is the doji line. I'll make it a purple, this color. And if you look, previously we broke the doji, we got the green one. We got back into the doji, we got a red one. And now we break the doji again. So we could have a nice little green candle. But the catch is, on this candle, you remember the first trade we took as a sell? Go back and watch it. This is supposed to be green, right? But this gap up here, this little gap up, changed the result of the trade. That's why taking this trade immediately, it would be risky. It would be a losing trade if you immediately took this trade, because it's green now, it's red now. But if you waited for something, for other like good entry, safer entry, like this intersection of the common points of rejection, you already expect the green one, but this entry will guarantee and basically give you drastically more chance to win the trade. Okay, and it would be a winning trade if I was entering right here, and that was my mistake. Okay, it gave this common point of rejection basically gave us another entry right here, but this is just only common point of rejection. There's no other confirmation for me to take that. All right, I'll move on. Another beautiful order block. I see absolutely no setup on these pairs, man. Like seriously, what is going on? All right, this is another doji. It's kind of beautiful. We got the gap down. Maybe, yeah, we do have this overall set support area. but we haven't taken this trade. I'll keep moving. Okay, I want to take a sell here. Oh, by the way, about this particular trade, which we messed up, we also had the trend, strong trend, right? Beautiful, strong trend. And yeah, that just added up. But now the sell I was about to take right now, I would rely on the common point of rejection. Also, we have this little gap down, so that's risky. I'm not even gonna take that. It's risky. Yeah, this is my toughest sessions. If you want me to share every single session just like this, sometimes we have like bad sessions. Just like the video. Let me know in the comments what you think. Okay, I'm taking this one. Let's go. I'm taking this one. And I'll tell you why. So first of all, the first thing I see is this round number. Round numbers with 3 zeros, this one, are pretty strong SNRs, okay? Compared to the ones with 2 zeros and 1 zeros. 3 zeros and above, it's nice. Let me just take a screenshot real fast. Okay, we reached the limit, right? And I gotta stop this session right here. Did you follow your rules? Yes. Didn't pay attention to candle timer on one of the trades. So let me just save this real quick, and I want to explain you why they take this trade. So basically, this is a gap down, right? And it's jumping on a support area, which is this round number, which there's a lot of buyers, right? On the support area, there's a lot of buyers sitting and waiting. Same for the sellers area, a lot of sellers sitting and waiting. So once the candle jumps on him, they're just going to enter immediately. Just this gap down, right? You know that gap down is in the favor of buyers and gap up is in the favor of sellers, right? So this gap down right here. Not only that, we got this little doji, and if I draw the line, you'll see that it matches exactly the round number. So you know that the dojis have also support and resistance line. And now it's lined up. It's aligned with this round number. So we have double support area. And other than that, we got this gap down as a confirmation, right? And previously also we started a trend from this area. So generally this area is a support area as well. If you look back at this area, we have same movement, same behavior, jumping on this round number again. So previously we jumped on this round number, we got a pretty strong move. So right now jumping on it, even if we're not going to have a strong move, at least it should give us a reaction. That's why I relied on this particular candle. Okay, we got this little gap down again, but this time it's not on a round number. It can work, but it's a bit tricky. It can just keep dropping, because we already got the reaction, right? Now it can be another drop just like this. So I'm not going to trust any more on this session. So yeah, this was today's session. Let me know if you learned anything, and thank you for watching, everyone. And if you want this journal, you can check it in the description. Thank you for watching, and peace out.